I had only seen an unwanted mouse guest in my home one time until we moved to our new house built in 2006. This house has a partially finished basement, and while we haven't seen any mice upstairs, the basement at times has been infested. One day 2 winters ago, we caught 18 mice in a 12-hour period. When it started getting cold this year, I knew that meant we'd see the mice soon. I vowed this year would be different, and instead of killing mice all season long, I would find some way to get rid of them without hurting them and without having to fool with them. That's where these electronic pest repellents come in. I first heard about these on Amazon while searching for mouse poison and bought my first one just a few months ago. There are dozens, if not hundreds, of these devices to pick from, so how do you know which one to choose? To answer that, I've decided to take one apart to see what it's really made of so I can get a better idea of what to look for when buying these and recommending them to others. I suspect there is no magic in these, nor do I believe the claims some of them make that they will get rid of insects, rodents, flies, roaches, spiders, etc. But the only way to find out is to buy them, install them, and see how they work. I've decided to do that so you don't have to. So let's take one of these apart and see what's inside. It looks like this one will be easy to open up. There are 3 screws in the back of it. I just need to use a small Phillips head screwdriver. There's one in the middle, and there are 2 more under this sticker. Okay, here's the speaker. It's nothing special, just a small speaker capable of playing very high frequencies. Speakers can be extremely tiny to play very high frequency tones because the sound waves are so small at high frequencies. The amplifier doesn't have to be very strong either. This circuit board is the amplifier. There's not a whole lot to it, as you can see. There's no magic and no secret sauce. This chip and surrounding circuitry is the preamplifier and the source of the tone. It tells the amplifier what to play and how loud, etc. The tone could be one long, steady, and constant tone, or it could be a warble tone, changing frequencies and duration, but still keeping the frequencies played outside the spectrum of the human ear, which is anything above 20 kHz. There are a lot of mixed reviews on these devices. A lot of people swear by them, and a lot of people swear at them. Knowing how audio and sound waves work, I know these absolutely have the potential to work on rodents and other mammals. Anything with ears, anything that hears like we do, will be subject to the deafening, piercing, and annoying sound these things produce. I can't help but think of that line in Dumb and Dumber where Lloyd asks Harry if he wants to hear the most annoying sound in the world. So when they say it'll get rid of mice and other rodents, I totally believe it. When they say it'll get rid of mosquitoes and other insects, I don't buy it. However, there was some scientific research done in 2001 at Kansas State University that proved mice were annoyed enough by one of these devices to leave the area, but sometimes they'd come back after a while too. This showed that insects generally weren't affected in any way. However, these devices were highly effective on crickets for whatever reason. Yet spiders and ants weren't affected in any way in these tests. Cockroaches were found to move about more quickly, but not necessarily try to escape when ultrasonic sound was played, whether it was a steady tone or different tones changing in frequency, which made them more susceptible to being caught in sticky traps. So there is some scientific evidence to back up some of these claims, but you will still need to know that the device isn't itself magic. And of course, all it's really doing is making a very loud and very annoying tone. Some mice and other rodents might adjust to it, and some won't and will pack their bags quickly. It may literally stop some cockroaches in their tracks. One thing you need to be aware of, though, is that no matter what, in order to expect good results, you're going to need more than one. In fact, I have 7 here, and I already have 2 others installed. Sound waves at these high frequencies, somewhere between 60 and 80 kHz, are so small They are blocked and absorbed by almost any object. So you can't put one of these behind your couch and expect good results. For the best results, you need several of these devices, at least one per room, and they need to be able to see the whole room without any obstructions. If you can't see the speaker from everywhere in the room, then the chances are that mice and other pests can still find a comfortable area to call home. If you have a bunch of these though, and don't expect 100% results with every pest, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised that they do indeed work. You just have to know how they work, where to place them, and invest in a lot of them. So, which one do you buy? The cheapest. Unless you want one with a nightlight, several of them do have those. The only real difference in any of these though is the size, the color, and the price. None of the other things you see like anions or electromagnetic pulses or any other type of snake oil makes any difference. Those things were studied and you can look it up as I did, but so far there hasn't been any evidence to suggest anything that any of these devices do besides make the most annoying sound in the world to rodents and other small pests have any effect whatsoever. The only thing that could make one better than the other is a more powerful amplifier and a louder speaker. That's what makes the difference. So, if you can find a good deal on these, stock up because they do work. You just have to keep your expectations in line and realize they aren't a cure-all or magic. But coupled with other things such as peppermint dipped in cotton balls and more standard items like poison and traps, you should be able to get rid of any unwanted pest quickly and easily.